Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Why Nigeria is still struggling with the US visa ban, the EU to put more on Nigeria under visa ban again. Why Nigeria is still struggling with the US visa ban, the EU says there might be more in store for the country as far as visas are concerned. Nigerians may no longer find it easy to get visa to travel to Germany, Italy, Spain, France, and other 23 countries as the European Union (EU) threatens to impose restrictive visa implication rules on Nigeria. While certain that the UN EU will not place a visa ban on Nigeria, EU spokesperson for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Virginia Batley Henderson, says the EU could make its visa more difficult for Nigerian applicants if the country fails to meet its standard. Now, wow, this same standard is EU is picking it up as well. Nigeria needs to get her immigration status right and correct. And they're not asking for too much. Get a database and be able to communicate people's whereabouts, which we don't have. And Buhari cannot provide because he's hiding his brothers. We go back to the news. Recall that on Friday, January 31st, 2020, the United States, US government under the leadership of Donald Trump officially imposed an immigration visa ban on 6 countries, including Nigeria. Addressing the travel ban, the Trump administration said Nigeria was included on the travel ban list to keep Americans safe from terrorists. Did you hear that? From terrorists. Why Nigeria is struggling with the US visa ban? The EU says there might be more in store for the country as far as visas are concerned. My people, the news has not finished, but I just have to say something here. Can you see that Buhari is worse than any other person who has ever led the country? Buhari is the worst governor of this country, the worst thing that has ever happened to the country of Nigeria. Buhari is the worst. Nothing as bad as this has happened to Nigeria as worse as Buhari. The EU now is picking up on the US. Remember that the US are saying, Nigeria, give us the immigration status for everybody, which Nigerians are not ready to do. They are not ready to do that. Now EU is picking it up and saying Nigerians can be placed on more restrictions. My people, for those that want to travel, how do we get over this? How do we get over this? The EU is ready to put more. You see what we are facing because of President Muhammadu Buhari. Should Nigerian government under administration of President Muhammadu Buhari fails to play their part, in return and readiness to imply with immigration status and information sharing, the EU will also impose restriction on visas to Nigeria. The EU spokesperson said what the EU can do since new rules on short stay visa to the EU will begin shortly. From February, this is very February that we are, the EU is planning also to put visa restriction on Nigerians. This could imply that Nigerians will find it more difficult in future to go into Europe. I hope the politicians that are all keeping quiet and allowing President Muhammadu Buhari to cause this problem to the nation, they are not ready to travel again. Oh. It's even good they will stop. Stealing money and carrying out money laundering. Because is this all these places they carry the money to? They steal the money. They will not even invest it to say, okay, I have a company in Nigeria. Let the youths graduates get a job and be able to better their life. All they do with the Nigerian money is that they pile it up and they send it, they put it on money laundering, send it to other countries of the world. Why Nigerians are suffering? No good roads, no schools, no proper education system. Yet they are there, collecting Nigerian money and sending it to Europe and America. Look at the loot of Abasha, not knowing Buhari has signed a part. It was the Americans that discovered it. And meanwhile, Malami came out declaring that the money will be used to do roads. That's how they will start. They will square road that they want to do road. They will never do the road. The road will be scattered. Lagos Ibadan Express Road will be there for 10 years, giving his brothers, the Fulani men, more opportunity to be able to stop travelers in the night and to raid them and all that. Nigerians, this is what is going on. It was the US that discovered that the money they wanted to send to Nigeria has already had a part treaty with KB governor to give him 100 million. So one man, what do they do with the money? They want to give him 100 million. They want to give one man, and the US say no. This money is not going to Nigeria. Well, we better keep it here. Guess what? In Nigeria, children are suffering. Poverty is at the hike. Meanwhile, the country has one money kept somewhere. If the money comes into the country, after they giving the Kebbi state governor that money, Buhari will go about and buy more ammunitions for Boko Haram to kill people so that they can have the opportunity to be able to Islamize Nigeria. But guess what? It will not stand. Buhari, it will not stand. So this is what is going on in the country. This is what is going on now. Your government has made it so hard that other nations of the world are not looking at us as, they don't even value us anymore. They don't. They don't value us anymore. EU is planning, European Union is planning to impose more on Nigerians based on what is going on. Based on what is going on, we need to wake up and we need to call our government to order. One of the ways you can call them to order is by you liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking on notification button. What it does is that it helps our news to travel far, and other nations of the world can know exactly what is going on in Nigeria, and Nigeria will be able to put, just like American has put Nigeria on the religious watch list, to be able to know exactly what is going on in the country. And they've come initially for protocol call and courtesy to ask Buhari what is going on. Your president, Alex Jubrim, came up and said, everything is fine. We are all doing very well. There is no cause for alarm. This man is a blatant liar. This man is a killer. He's pretending like everything is going on well so that he can keep on killing. But guess what? When this news keep traveling, when we keep re-echoing that things are not fine, the president is killing our people. He has arranged with his own brothers, the Fulani herdsmen, to be killing people. As this news continue to travel, guess what? The EU, the UN, the United States of America, other nations are able to pick it and say, okay, what is really going on here? Let's see for ourselves. And by the time they come, next time they've come initially for a courtesy call, and they've spoken to the president in charge and have spoken to him, and he seemed to be lying to them. When they keep hearing our news, when they keep hearing from Nigerians crying out, the next thing they will do is that they will call for investigation. They will come secretly to the country, and they will go to those areas where these things are prevailing, and they'll begin to investigate investigate if it's exactly what they are hearing, whether the things are true. you know They'll investigate this matter, and they will look at it. And after investigation, then with what is going on, if they need to involve human rights, they will involve human rights, take proper precaution. And guess what? Nigeria, they will come into Nigeria even without Buhari's consent, and we're able to deliver the people from this menace called Buhari, what he's doing to the Nigerian citizen and our people. So, Nigerians, that's why we are pleading on you to like, share, subscribe. What it does, it makes the news to travel. People are able to know exactly what is going on in the country. You and I need to wake up and not allow these people to trample on our future, because they are deaf just for themselves. They don't care about the common man on the street. See Buhari enriching his family, making his daughter assistant director. Where has she worked before? What experience? There are other people in that place who has been there, more qualified, more experienced. These people have not been given the opportunity, but Buhari has placed his daughter there. These are things that are happening in the country, which you and I need to know and need to speak up against. We cannot keep quiet and think that things will get better. No, you must speak up. You must be able to say this is what is going on. Be able to speak up. You know So, my people, please don't be quiet. Please don't be. Don't keep quiet. If you keep quiet like this at the time like this, it shows that you are in support. Everything is fine. Things are going on well. You know, please speak up. One of the ways you can speak up, please support us. Like, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Thanks for listening. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.